Hi everyone, this is audap. Hey, let's check out Altered Beast on the Nintendo Online or Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, and we'll actually play a level and then compare it to the previously released Sega Genesis collection. Both the emulators have some issues, although I think the one offered on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, I think this fares a little better, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Without seeing them side by side. So yes, let's take a look. And why are we picking Altered Beast? I don't know, because it's hilarious. Now, I actually remember playing this in the arcade. I think I played it a couple times, but even in my youth, I didn't find the game like terribly engaging. It was fun for a couple plays, but certainly nothing I'd look forward to if I was buying a new console. However, it was a big arcade hit, so not surprising that Sega would choose it as one of its launch titles for North America. Lose the shirt.
Power up.
Welcome to your doom.
I think it's interesting that the bosses will pop up until you get that third power up and you're transformed. Other than that, then you may just end up repeating the level over until you get this power. Kind of an interesting way to go about it. What's so funny? Oh, well, no, I'm a wimpy man. I thought the colors were weird, especially compared to the arcade. I mean, there are definitely different shades being used on the Genesis. And, I know it didn't have the same capabilities as the arcade. Kind of goes without saying. Yeah, let's create a switch point. We'll stop it right here. And then let's take a look at the Genesis version, or from the Genesis collection. I said the Sega Genesis collection is really more about quantity than quality. You can, and if you don't really mind, or you never were raised on the Genesis, then you may not even know that it's not quite that accurate. But it may be good enough for most people, I think. And you certainly only have to pay once to play all these games, versus paying every year for the Switch version as part of the subscription service. Oh boy, a game I would normally never choose to play. Okay, just to be fair,
Rise from your
I think we added some. Yeah, I think we changed the way it emulates. So let's turn off the filtering. If it lets us, let's check the cartridge. off the filtering. And that will make it a little more fair. Already one of the benefits is to have the additional filtering from the Sega Genesis collection, and the ability to have plain black bars. Something which Nintendo, for some reason, just absolutely abhors. But they already look very similar, sound similar.
Rise from your grave.
So the next question is quite a bit louder. Of course, not that big of a deal, you know.
Power up. Power up.
Oh jeez, oh, I'm doing worse.
Welcome to your doom.
It seems largely the same, doesn't it? You got just a tiny bit of screen break there. Oh no! Got a killer donut.
Power up.
Well, I can't even get you when you're just waiting around.
Power up.
See the little bird from Golden Axe. No, I don't have my power up. You'll have to wait. I like how long it takes to figure out whether or not you have the transformation. It's amazing how short and like how little there is to the stages. But again, you know, arcade game, kind of a different, made for a different market, different crowd. You know, different scenario. Just standing playing game versus sitting down and playing game.
To your doom.
Still got a little bit of flicker here. If you kind of get all up in the plant. Okay, I think I'll save here. And let's jump back here.
Power up.
Yeah, it does seem largely the same, doesn't it? Which really means that this game is you know, kind of one of the easier ones to emulate.
Power up.
I'm just curious that it's so much quieter.
Welcome to your doom.
Yeah, still have a little bit of flicker there, right in the same place. Oh, why is that so much easier? That was super weird. Yeah, I do feel that the Nintendo Switch version, Switch Online expansion pack version, it does feel like it's a little bit more responsive. Which is probably not saying much because the game itself is kind of got a lot. It's not like a fast-moving game, but I feel it's just like a very, very slight amount of lag in the Sega Genesis collection. Not so much that it matters, especially since this game, you know, moves at a snail's pace anyway. But it's kind of curious to see. I got my ass kicked here. I mean, certainly if you were playing the you know, the original Nintendo and you came into this game, this would be, you know, incredibly impressive. I think his only real knock is that you know, it is such a shallow game, and it, you know, the color scheme is quite a bit different than the arcade. That's what really throws it off. Oh boy, I did horrible in that. yeah, takes a little bit longer to load this Sega Genesis Classics, but again, you're getting the the living room hub area, and obviously you get a lot more games per shot. I would have thought that Nintendo would have at least matched the number of games that was on this collection, but at the same time, they're not trying to compete with this particular title. It's just their own take on what a subscription service would give them, would give us. Oh, yeah, okay. Wasn't doing any better than this one either. Yeah, I think there's a slight, very, very slight audio delay in this version as well.
Power up.
I mean, they're awful close. You have to be super nitpicky to notice it, but I do notice it. Again, it'd only be a matter of listening to them side by side to hear it. The Genesis, Sega Genesis collection does just sound just a bit louder, just by default.
Power up.
It's interesting that I would die on the on the third level. Yeah, no continues either. I guess this is where the benefit could be of having the save states on either case. Oh, did I save for this? Oh, well, hilariously. Yeah, I would say, yeah, gosh, in either case, you're getting the same game as far as Altered Beast is concerned on both services. Although, again, for the Sega Genesis Classics, I mean, you do own the title, so, you don't have to pay to play, Altered Beast every year, unlike the Nintendo subscription service. It's also nice that with the Sega Genesis collection, you have some additional filters that you can possibly add if you like the filters. It's also nice that you can get completely black borders, which you can't do on the Nintendo Switch emulation, Nintendo's emulation. It's a weird decision. I don't know why they decided to do that, where you just can't have any black borders at all. It's really distracting, at least from my point of view. I'd say that they're both pretty comparable. I mean, they play a pretty accurate game. Neither of them have any large sound issues. And again, I don't think anybody's would buy either of these titles or subscribe to the service for Altered Beast. But it is an interesting experiment to see how different they are, or if they're different at all. And outside of how they present themselves, they largely remain the same. So at least if you're an Altered Beast fan, or the Sega Genesis version of the Altered Beast fan, then you have little to worry about. You don't have to struggle to figure out if you want one or the other. I imagine the number of people that would have that problem would be close to zero, if not actually zero. But we'll take a look at more of these comparisons just for the fun of it. I know when I was playing Musha, I did run into some sound bugs here and there, and a couple of dropouts, audio dropouts. Wasn't terrible. Obviously, it wouldn't prevent me from enjoying the game, at least on the NGOEXxSGC, or EX, I guess. But it's definitely not 100% accurate, and there's no real good reason why the Genesis can't be properly emulated on the Switch. It's got plenty of power, and it's got the ability to emulate that sound through software. So I was really surprised to see some issues that it had. Unfortunately, if you did want to play Musha, you know, you wouldn't have a choice here on the Sega Genesis collection. You know, it just wasn't one of those games that they included here. But there's obviously lots of stuff on the Sega Genesis collection which is not on the Nintendo Switch expansion pack. Although at some point in time, I think probably these two will be at parity, and then the decision will be a little bit tougher for anybody that that wants to buy one or the other. I don't think it'll be a while. I think it'll be a while. Obviously, Nintendo releases games at a snail's pace on their service. They did surprise us recently with the 5 additional games on the service just last week, or maybe the week before that. Anyway, it hasn't been too long. But, you know, I can't imagine that there's going to be that much effort really put into this. And I don't know if they've decided to go and patch some of the problems they may have with the initial patch of games. It doesn't seem like it. But we'll see. So for right now, yes, Altered Beast, you're safe if you're a fan from buying either one. So if you already have the Sega Genesis collection, yeah, you don't have to partake in the expansion pack on Nintendo Switch Online. If you're an Altered Beast super fan, again, I imagine that number is close to 0. If not actually 0, where that would apply. Anyway, again, we're just having fun with this, and so we'll do the games that match. Thunder Force 2 obviously wasn't available on the Sega Genesis collection, but Toe Jam and Earl, I believe, is on there. Oh, Toe Jam and Earl 2 is for sure. I guess I'll double check to see if 1 is on there. Sort of familiar. Kind of a drag of a game, but I'm glad it's there. And then Dynamite Heady, I think we'll have a lot of fun with that one, because that is an excellent game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.